10 ways to beat everybody in Padel. This works against weaker players, the same level players and better players. Today we are in Noordwijk in Vinkenveld. We're going to start right now. Padel. Oké. Ah, lekker boelie! And we have sales on justpadel.com.
I like it.
You like it? Good match. Tip number 1, the tap out. If you play the ball behind the defender, so if it stays behind the defender, go close and tap it out. Make sure that you're not hitting the ball here, like an invasion, that's not good. And then just do a small tap. So it's all about calculating how high your opponent hits the ball. If the ball is this high, it's unlikely that somebody's playing the lob. So try to see if somebody plays down or high. But this is probably going to be a low ball, so that means is that you can get closer to the net and kill it. Tip number 2, play soft, volley lob. Okay, let's go. The volley lob works amazing because many opponents have a very good overhead, and if you play the volley lob, they don't have enough time to play the smash, and there is a bigger chance that you pass your opponents, so that means that you can win the net easily, instead of maybe playing defense and staying at the back all the time. So if the ball is high, I'm just gonna stay here to defend my corner, and the moment the ball is low, Sasha hits the ball lower than the net, I'm going to position myself here. This tactic works extremely well because it crushes the spirit of the net players. It is so difficult for them to not be able to play a good overhead shot. It feels like they cannot put pressure on the ball. So you make them run backwards and forwards, and they cannot attack you. So you will play better, and you can use this if your volleys are good and if you want to win. Serve deep is the next tip. And serve deep, I mean close to the glass. And also serve deep into the body. Super serve. And make sure to play in the middle as well. So doing this correctly helps your confidence because you're winning every single service game with 40-15, 40-0, and they are going to feel the pressure. What is important? How to serve deep, ladies and gentlemen. When you serve, ball ready, racket ready, upwards, and then go with some slice because otherwise the ball comes back too much. So high, make space. So instead of this there, high racket, open the racket, let the ball drop, and make sure to follow through. So your racket needs to go all the way there, then you will be able to serve deep, and that's how you're going to win your service games. The reason that you are getting lobbed on your serve is because your serve is not good enough, it's too soft, too short, and not enough slice. Oh, perfect! So there's no bounce. Make sure to play the serve to the middle softer, but make sure to serve deep. Because if your ball is and soft and short, it doesn't really work. Deep and into the middle. Use the fence, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most frustrating part of the court. If you play on the left side and you have a backhand volley, play to the fence. If you play on the left side and you get this shot, play to the fence. There is no need to play somewhere else. Every opportunity that you have, play to the fence, because this is the casino part of the game. You can be lucky, unlucky, but it's so difficult to return that ball. If you use the fence a lot, especially with the rouleau, many players are going to position themselves here with the rouleau, and then look what happens. Hey, there is a lot of space to play the ball in the middle. So you open the court by changing the directions and using multiple parts of the court. It's all about space. It's all about meters. Vamos. So the next tip is play on the feet. Playing on the feet is absolutely fundamental. If the net player hits the ball below the net, you will not be under pressure. And everything in defense is so easy to defend. So make sure to play the ball on the feet. But Sven, you cannot play every ball on the feet of the net player. I'll show you. There are three possibilities. Either my contact point is lower than the net, the same height as the net, or higher than the net. If your contact point is higher than the net, please play down, because you can play fast and down. So you can play fast and here, so then they can never do anything with that ball. If it's the same height as the net, play like flat or slice of the glass and play it, yeah? Or lob. If the ball is very low, you're gonna hit it fast to the body of the net player. So that's gonna be like this. That ball is also a good option because the net players cannot really attack it because it's too fast to attack. But you need to make sure to play it into the body. If it's here, dangerous because they can make an angle. If it's here, cross courts in the center, fantastic because many people cannot block with their forehands. The best strategy by far, play in the middle, play in the open space. Play the ball into the middle in front of the line, like here, because if the ball is here and you play in the middle and the ball is going down, then hits the glass, it goes down. You will never get lobbed and you get a volley back. If you play deep, the ball is still going up. When it hits the glass, the ball comes high and the defender has all the time of the world to defend your shot. So, sometimes both players are here, then just play in the open space. But if the player on the left takes the middle, boom, plays the ball back, play in the open space. You have two options: to play back wall, side wall. Don't volley to the side wall because the ball comes back to the defender. Or to play soft at the fence. Use this strategy if you want to win. And don't play too fast, just slow it down and you'll be in control of the rally. Best strategy ever. Oh. Play cross courts in the center. So this is why you should play cross courts in the center. So the most challenging ball to defend is the ball into the corner. If you play into my forehand, it's not so easy to play into that corner. If you play on my backhand, it is way easier to play into the corner. So that's why you play most of your shots cross courts in the center, on the backhand and on the forehand side. To counter this strategy, we should not play at the same height of the net. So if we are both at the second post, it is very easy to play on Sasha her backhand. If we're playing to the player on the right, my position should be at the first post because I can interfere with my forehand to make sure that Sasha does not get the backhand. Because with my forehand in this position, it is quite easy to play to the player on the right. And that's also where the ball came from. Play lower, not faster. So if you want to hit every ball like full power, you have a big chance, if you play to a good defender, that they are going to use the glass. So many players want to hit the vibra really hard. Now this ball came up a lot. So if you keep hitting hard, they will know. I prefer this ball, because it bounces lower, it has more effect and you will not get lobbed. So if you play harder, you will make more mistakes. If you play with slice and you play the ball down, you will get a volley back, and a low ball means no lob. And then you can keep the net. and then you win the match. Nee! Cut the video. Play down and play up. So make sure your opponent hits the ball here and then has to go back again for the vibra or for the bandeja. Just make them run 25 times. So when do you think your opponent is able to hit the better ball? If they are playing a volley and then they're getting a volley and then they're getting a volley? Or when they are moving back, going forwards, hit the volley, going back, hit the ball, playing a volley? You choose. Well, the basic structure is when you're at the net to play your defender from the middle to the corners, from left to right, and when you're defending to make one player move from forwards to backwards. And sometimes you don't even have to pass them, just make them run. So if your opponent is not sitting down on the bench like this, you're not playing clever enough. So make them work for the points. If you play Padel in this way, your opponent cannot hurt you so much. You will get a lot of free points because they're going to force a ball to play to you, and then they make a mistake, and that's when you have them. Play with your opponent, not against your opponent. The last tip, defend the net. So if you hit the ball here, just play the ball back. Don't pressure your opponent. Try to imagine that you're defending the net position, not to win the point. So guys and girls, if you can stay here as long as possible, don't you think you are the one that is going to win the match? So maybe we shouldn't start by hitting every ball so hard to play so many winners from the net, because it's just not a good idea to make a mistake. So you got all the way here at the net, you're finally here, and your next ball is no. Just hold the net position and focus on keeping that ball low. Use slice, use your mind, use the tactics, and win that match. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Which tip did you like the most in this video? Please let me know below. If I would do a clinic, which country should I go to? Let me know in the comments below. And I see you in the next episode. Hasta luego. Ciao. Adios.